Hello, I made this video for people who are thinking of traveling at some point, maybe this summer, maybe next summer, and traveling with the car. If you have problems with the car, it's always good to know the names of the parts of a car. So we'll start off here with the first picture, which is what you need in order to make the car stop. To make the car stop. You need the brakes. The brakes. The brakes are what stops the wheel from turning. But not to be confused with the next word, which is a brake. B-R-E-A-K. It sounds the same, but it's a different word. The next picture are the 3 pedals that you press with your feet when you are driving. Do you know what they are called? There are 3 of them. These are the pedals you need for your feet. On the left is the clutch, which you need to change the gear if you don't have an automatic. The next one is the foot brake to slow down or stop the car. And the last one is the accelerator. In America, they say the gas pedal, but you can use either word. The next picture is the light that you have that shows that you want to turn right or left. Here you can see the indicator. The indicator is flashing. The car is going to turn right. The next picture is the control center. What the driver sees when he looks in front in his car, the things that he sees that tell him what the car is doing. This is the dashboard. You can see on the left the speedometer, that tells you how fast you're going, and on the right are the revolutions, which tells you how hard the car is working. This is the dashboard. The next picture is something that you must have if you want to drive a car. If you don't have this, you are not allowed to drive a car. Your driver's license. Everybody needs a driver's license, and without this, it's not okay to drive. The next picture is something that you possibly need if you need help, if you have problems. And it's a number. This is an emergency number, and you can call for help. Every country has a different number, but it's good if you know the number so that when you have problems, you can call a garage or an ambulance or the police. The next picture is something that every car must have. It's not part of the car, but you need it if somebody is sick or has an injury, has a cut or a problem, before you go to a doctor or before you go to a hospital. Yes, every car needs a first aid case with various medicines and bandages and disinfectant to help you if you are unwell or you have an accident. The next picture is in every car, manual and automatic, but in the automatic car it's a little less complicated. This is the gear stick. It shows you 5 gears and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reverse. If you have an automatic car, you have neutral, drive, park and reverse. But this is for a manual car. The next picture is what you need to use if you park your car on the side of a hill or a mountain. It stops the car running away. A handbrake. You need to put this on when you stop on a steep hill or a steep mountain so the car doesn't run away. The next picture is the front of the car, and it is the light that you need. In Switzerland you have this on all the time, but you also really need it during the night when you drive at night. The headlights. The headlights. These are at the front of the car. That's why they're called headlights. The next picture, every car has one. It's different in every country, and in Switzerland it's different in every canton. But every car must have one, and when you get a new car or a different car, you take this with you and you put it on your next car, on the new car that you have. Your registration number. This registration number is for Zurich. It's not my number, and it's probably not your number. Registration number. The next picture is very important because you need to know this word when your petrol tank or your gas tank is empty. Here is the petrol tank. I think in America they call this the gas tank for gasoline, but in Britain we say petrol. I don't know which countries have American and which countries use British, so you could learn both words. This petrol tank takes diesel. The next picture is at the back of the car, and every car has this at the back, and it shows when you drive backwards or when you want to stop or slow down. These are the rear lights. The red light is the brake light, and the white light is the reversing light, so that people know you are driving backwards. Brake light, reversing light. The next picture is important. It's in front of the driver, and you need to look here to see what cars, what traffic is coming behind you. This is very important, and especially when you drive on a motorway or a big highway. It's the rear view mirror, and every car has it, and you have to use it all the time. Rear view mirror. The next picture is also something for safety. All the passengers have this, and the driver. You put it over your body and go click, so it's fixed, and if the car stops suddenly, you don't fly through the windscreen. This is very important. Everybody must wear one. The safety belt. The safety belt. You need one, the kids need one, the dog needs something, and everybody must wear it. If you don't have it on, the police can make you pay a lot of money. The next picture will show you where you are driving. If you don't know where you are, you can look at this machine and it will tell you if you have to go straight ahead, if you have to turn right. It helps you to find your way. A sat-nav, very useful. And we always say the nice thing about the sat-nav, it doesn't get angry when you drive the wrong way. The person who speaks on the sat-nav is always very cool. The next picture is what you need to direct the direction of the car. You turn it left if you want to go left, and you turn it right if you want to go right. And if you go straight on, you do nothing. You just hold on to it. What is that? It's the steering wheel. The steering wheel. You steer the car. Steer means to put the car in the correct direction. The next picture is something I hope you don't need when you are driving, but it's always useful to know what it is. Sometimes when you phone an emergency number, this vehicle will come to help you. Yes, it's a tow truck or a breakdown truck. I hope you don't need it, but sometimes you do. Tow truck, breakdown truck. The next picture is also about pulling something, and you need this if you want to pull a trailer or a caravan. It's a tow hitch, so you can tow a trailer, a tow hitch. The next picture is the place where you put your suitcases and your luggage and everything that you need when you go on holiday, or the place where you put your shopping when you go shopping. In English, also English, we call it the boot, but the Americans call it the trunk. So you put your luggage, your suitcases, your shopping, you put it in the boot or you put it in the trunk. The next picture is what you need in summer and in winter, different ones, made of rubber, and they go on the wheel of the car. And you have to change them around Easter time or around October. Tires. You can't go anywhere without tires, and we need summer tires and winter tires. The next picture is also something that's connected to tires and the wheel. It's usually quite decorative, and some of them cost a lot of money, and you put them on the wheel. It's a hubcap, and they can be quite expensive, and the more you pay, the nicer they are to look at. And where do you put the hubcap? You put it on the wheel. Be careful how you spell this. W-H-E-E-L. That's a wheel on the car. The next picture shows you the front of the car, and it's the name for the window where the driver looks out. The front window has a special name. Again, America and Britain have different words. I say windscreen, the Americans say windshield. Also at the front of the car is the radiator and the headlights. Windscreen, windshield, radiator, headlights. And the next picture is on the windscreen or on the windshield, and you need this when it rains. If you don't have this when it rains, you see nothing. Windscreen wipers. Windscreen wipers. I don't know if you have ever tried to drive a car when the windscreen wipers don't work, but it's not funny. These are very important. And the next picture is the last picture, and it's on the side of the car, on the left and on the right, and you can look here and see what traffic is coming behind you. You can see if somebody wants to overtake you on the left, or if a bicycle is coming on the right, and you look in here and you can see what is coming from behind you. We call this the wing mirror. A wing is a Flügel, also it belongs to a bird and it's on the side, so it's quite a logical name, the wing mirror. So I have finished my little video. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope that these words are useful to you when you're driving in a foreign country, on holiday or on business. Thank you for watching, and tell me if you like it. Okay, bye bye.